Hey everybody, I got the hybrid done here. From what I remember, I called it the Alloasmodon. Shit, hold on, I forgot. Yeah, I remember Alloasmodon. There we go. That thing. Yeah, I got it done. Some of the Mod Podge is still drying up on it, but that's okay. Mostly on the bottom of the feet here, you can just see a little bit of the white, but that's okay. Hell. I mean, you can all still clearly see what color it is, so there ain't much of a problem with that. Now, with all the crazy colors, it's a simple explanation. I figured for the body, I would go for the Allosaurus Assault figure from that one Jurassic Park toy, like back in 2013, that I missed out on getting. Not that I'm all croaked up about it. I mean, hell, I'll just make one. It's not really, it's not really a problem. Um, but I think back at it, I'm like, damn, that would have been pretty cool. But it's all right, I mean, hell, no point in wishing for crap when you already have armies of or literal mountains of other stuff. It's not. I'm not complaining. Trust me, I'm in a position now with my collection where I can either make anything else I want or I'm just kind of happy with what I got. Either way, so yeah. Now, the idea was, like I said, it was just to follow the artwork of the toy. And then for, like, the sale, which, hold on a second. The sale was based off the ancient Alpha Dimetrodon that I did a little while ago. Hold on a second. I'll show you, you folks all that in a second. Gotta be careful, I got all these critters piled up and, well, not piled up. I mean, I don't put them in piles, but you know what I mean. I got them all neatly rowed up. Pretty much, it was just trying to emulate this, the ancient Alpha Dimetrodon, for anybody who remembers that one. As you can see, I figured with it having Dimetrodon DNA, I figured it would, just pretty much resemble the whole style of it. I didn't plan for this ahead of time, obviously, because if I would have put these really cool spines on them. But honestly, I think it looks fine the way it is. Plus, you could say, with all the DNAs kind of fighting for dominance in terms of one body plan, you could say that it just got mixed up along the way. But yeah, so putting that one in the background, back onto this one, articulation wise, it just has articulation in the mouth. There we go. Kind of glossed it up on the inside of the mouth, so it's hard to move properly. And then of course there's a little bit of paint smudging right down there, but it's so minute, I honestly don't care too much. So zoom in on the face here, you got the eyeball, which was done with a, I did a red for the eye, and then I did sort of the same color that I used for the underbelly, for the iris, and then for the pupil is just black. And then on the other side, it's the exact same thing, just it looking down. I'm telling you, I'm getting really good at eyeballs. Which is good, because honestly, the eyeball, when you're painting a creature, the eyeball is like the main thing you should try to nail. Because that's kind of what makes the creature look real. I mean, don't get me wrong, all these other colors are important too, but, it's good to try to at least nail the eyes, because that's kind of what gives it its personality. You can kind of tell the personality of this creature just by its eyes. It's feral, it's wild, it don't think too much, it just does. And I thought that was kind of a, possibly even inquisitive, curious. But like I said, not much of a thinker. The yellow on the top of the head was, again, inspired by the Allosaurus Assault figure. So was the white with the tannish browns and the blues. And then I did a little bit of darker blue around the eye socket and the snout. And then for the horn, I did a partridge with a brown wash over it. So, like, what I'll do... Yep, my bad. What I'll do is, hold on. The camera would focus. Damn you, camera. I do a partridge, and then I flip it upside down, and I water down some brown, and I just take my brush and just kind of just stroke the brush on there to give it sort of a dirty or... Hold on. Damn, man, this fucking camera. Hold on. Yeah, give it sort of like a dirty kind of look to it. And it's not exactly even on both sides, but in a way, to me, that makes it more, look more realistic. So, I mean, let's be honest here, you know, a lot of animals aren't really neat and clean. In fact, I've yet to see an animal that's fully squeaky clean. So, you know, there's that. Unless it's one of those Pomeranians that hardly ever leave the house that them rich people own. What's up with rich people and always having the little toy breeds? Or what is the appeal of a toy breed dog? Like, I mean, they're yappy. They don't really do a whole lot for you. I mean, sure, I guess they're cool, you know, if you just want something to hug. But, I mean, hell, I got that with my boy Max, and he's a Rottweiler. Dude sits on your lap and lets you hug him and everything. So, I mean, plus he could kill somebody for you. Somebody breaks into the house, at least I got backup. You know what I'm saying? So it's... I don't know, it's a good deal there. Then, of course, you got these crooked-ass teeth. I mean, especially this one... This fucking camera, man. Come on. Got that one tooth in the middle. You can see some of the Mod Podge still drying up inside its mouth. Come on. Damn it. There we go. Yep, you can see it's kind of sloppily painted teeth, but to be honest with you, the teeth were very crooked and malformed to begin with, especially with this one big tooth right in the middle. Almost looks like an egg tooth, you know, it's like the tooth that the reptiles have in their mouth. You know, when they first hatch out of the egg, it's how they break the shell. It's kind of like that. You know, and then for like the feet, you just got like a little bit of that same underbelly kind of color, and then you got like this kind of orangey brown, I guess you could say, almost like a tan. And then for this color, hell, I don't even know what this is. This is like, I think, partridge mixed with green, with like a tiny bit of green to kind of give it that yellowish cream color, which is what I did the underneath of it. Yep, I got it on the hands. Got it on this hand. And then you're probably thinking, well, what the hell is that? This big mush-looking thing on the side. Well, because of the Alloasmodon DNA, I figured I'd just put sparse patches of fur everywhere on its body and give it a mane, along with mammalian-like ears. I figured that'd help it stand out as sort of like, I mean, it's a hybrid, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what, it has Pylocosaur, it has pretty much rhinoceros DNA, which, I mean, you know, Alloasmodon is a type of rhino. I mean, it counts. And then it has like Carcharodontosaurian DNA from the Allosaurus. So there's going to be a lot of DNA kind of having a hard time mixing with each other. But I think it looks fine. It's definitely one of the more colorful creatures that I've done in a little while. I mean, for comparison, I mean, the Great Baggy is also pretty colorful, but I think to a lesser extent. Also, I don't know if you folks would agree with me on this one. This looks like it would be a kick-ass fight. Yeah, I could see that. Them snapping at each other and, you know, using their horns maybe to, like, joust with one another, you know. It'd be like them locking horns and kind of pushing up against each other, you know. You know, like, start playing with them on camera. Hey, you know, we all have that, we all have that desire to do that kind of stuff. I mean, why the hell else do we all collect? You know what I'm saying? It's to do stuff with them. It's the people that just buy them and let them sit on the shelves and collect dust are the ones you want to worry about. I mean, because sure, they got it, but then what is their end goal exactly? It's just to keep getting more and more. You know, until there's nothing else to collect. Me, I like to have them for a reason. Like, I like to do the photography with them. I like to, well, okay, that's pretty much it. But, but you know, hey, it's cool just to have them. You know, my end goal is just to have one of the most genetically diverse collections that I could have, like with rare beasts that you can't just normally buy. Like hell, over here on the corner, I'm making an Arizonosaurus. Yeah, got a little articulation point for the neck. But you know, that's besides the point. Yeah. So I guess for the biology part of the video, and I just say it right now, if you guys aren't interested in this, you can click off. It don't hurt my feelings. For the biology video, yeah, I mean, this beast was created in the lab with the various other hybrids that were made by, what's her name again? All right, well, I can't fully remember it, but I do remember that her last name was Krieger. So I think I called her Miss Krieger. It was something Krieger. Yeah, well, until I figured it out later, I just refer to her as Miss Krieger because she was the doctor, well, doctor, more of a scientist, who created all these animals along with Belvedere, the Hellifino, who ended up breaking out of his enclosure via inspecting the locks over time and breaking out and unintentionally smashing up the control panel that would hold all the other animals. And yeah, there were several hybrids released. You know, there was a few parasitic life forms with almost acid-like components in their saliva, which allowed them to bore through the walls. There were just various hybrids of saurian, mammal, and other various animals. And then there was this beast, which was called Hell's Unicorn by a few of the staff that was there. It's funny to think, though, because when the control panel was broken for this animal's enclosure, it did mostly just wander around for a little bit until the approaching Belvedere managed to startle it breaking through one of the smaller gates in the enclosure, or one of the smaller gates in the hallway. Breaking outside, it encountered various guards, which it proceeded, when one of them shot it proceeded to maul and impale most of them, and then with multiple injuries it sustained while doing this, it took off into Isla Nublar's swamps. Over time, it managed to heal its wounds and eventually get acclimated to the environment with its partial Dimetrodon DNA helping it navigate the various waters. This creature does actually enjoy water and can be seen swimming often through, the various swamp ways, avoiding a lot larger carnivores than itself, and pretty much being able to either bully or overtake smaller animals for either food or various other reasons like territory. The large horn of the animal, along with its aggressive disposition, however you pronounce that, led to its success and survival on the island, it living for around 60 more years and then dying of old age. So it actually made it for quite a while. Its diet mostly consists of the various prehistoric fish that lived on Isla Nublar's island, along with smaller creatures and even the natives that managed to survive there. It did one time encounter a pack of hunters that were accompanied by a Dimetrodon. A Dimetrodon troop? Is that what I call the group of Dimetrodons? I don't know, it's been a while. Assisted by one of these guys, which, for the record, this isn't a size accurate thing. This animal was around 9 feet tall at the head and weighed 1.5 tons. Which, granted, is small considering two of its components being larger than that, but considering it is half Dimetrodon, it would make sense that it would be somewhere in the middle. Like I said, the tribe eventually, or one of the tribes that lived there, discovered this beast wading through the swamps, eating various soft water plants and small animals, and decided to hunt it, which resulted in the death of most of the tribe that hunted it and various of the Dimetrodons that accompanied them. From that point on, the animal lived in, I guess, mostly peace, considering, the environment that it was in. And, like I said, it eventually died of old age. Along 60 years, which, frankly, ain't bad, considering, my bad. Which is not bad, considering, all the different DNAs kind of clashing and probably causing it health problems. Again, 60 years really is not bad. Especially with the agent that most of the animals that were in the park, when the park existed, were given to. The agent that helps them grow into adulthood and then stay in adulthood for long periods of time to help combat mortality, since it was easier to keep the specific animals alive longer instead of breed new ones. Saved a lot of money too. Miss Krieger also used the same formula on a lot of her animals. With it showing with Belvedere considering he had the considering he had various stretch marks in his skin and tears. As for this animal, it didn't really suffer the same thing, with it being a reptile and having scales. And for, I guess, the mammalian parts of its body, it just grew various patches of hair. Which is obviously from the Elasmotherium DNA. Same with the horn. But, yeah. That's just a little biology part of the video that I figured I'd give this beast, since I try to at least give 90% of the creatures I come up with some sort of backstory, since it's, it feels weird not to. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of leaving them in the dark. I feel like all of them kind of deserve something. But yeah. There's the Alloasmodon. Alloasmodon. If all of yous enjoyed this beast, just let me know. Just let me know. I don't need a like. I don't need any of that subscribing bullshit. I don't need any of that. Just let me know if you liked it or not. It's good enough for me. I'll see you in the next beast, which should be the Skull Island Deerosuchus. In the meantime, I hope all of you have a good week, and keep surviving, everybody.